Today we are talking about grounding yourself 101. We're going to discuss what grounding is for people that have too much energy. If you know someone who has autism or who has asperger or anyone who has trouble mastering energy, it feels like they have too much, they don't know how to channel it. This Facebook Live is absolutely for you. Today we're going to speak about grounding and about mastering your energy. So imagine a holistic approach that brings you energy, that decreases pain, less stress, more freedom, more confidence, all of that so you can become a better version of yourself. Let me explain to you what grounding is. I think that's the first major thing we must do. So why do you need to ground yourself? Well, grounding is a process that allows you to become more present. It allows you to be here and now. Why? Because in a way you're deeply rooted in your body. You know when you have too much on your plate, when you're everywhere, when you're not focused, when you're kind of lost, you're everywhere but inside your body. You're not being present in the moment. And as we said that we're rooted in our body, basically we're almost rooted to the earth. And our nervous system connects to the earth through those energy channels. And it's our roots that provide the nourishment and the power and the stability that we need. So we need that power, that nourishment, that stability so that we can grow and evolve. When we are not grounded, we're disconnected from the source. We're unstable. We lose our path. We're like everywhere. Often when we're in pain, we even become even more resistant to grounding because grounding is being in touch and therefore feeling the pain. So when we're in pain, we don't want to be grounded because we don't want to feel that pain. But feeling that pain is what will get you to understand the lesson in it, or what that will help you to understand what's to be understood so that you can heal that aspect of you, that aspect of your life, and grow and evolve to something better. There are many different exercises we're going to do today. I mostly want to teach you about stones as well, but first exercise that you can do to ground yourself is to hug a tree. Now that to me, tree hugging is like a treat. It just feels so good. The energy of one tree, the energy of another is completely different. If you're like me, often when I hug a tree, it just feels like there's something like a pressure taken off from my shoulders. So I really encourage you, if you haven't done it before, tree hugging is just amazing. Another way to ground yourself would be gardening, would be to walk bare feet in the grass. But that's basic grounding, but I really want to teach you today to go in deeper grounding exercises. The fastest grounding exercise would be to go on all fours, to go on your knees and your hands in the grass, and let the energy come through you. That would be the fastest way, without any tools. But let's see if there's other ways as well that you could use. Because I said that grounding is something that centers you, brings you back to the moment. It helps you channel your energy in a way. So the first exercise that I find is really just amazing is what they call super brain yoga. And I will put the link to the super brain yoga YouTube site, because video, because I think it's just amazing. But that super brain yoga, I'll tell you the benefits. You'll want to do it right away because I do it every day. You can do it more than once a day. I've had people that are stressed, anxious. They really like to do that exercise because it just calms them down. Amazing for Asperger people, for autism, for people that have trouble focusing. It's this exercise of yoga, super brain yoga. It balances both sides of the brain, so it's very good for also dyslexic people. So we have all kinds of benefits, but they're beneficial for every single person. So I suggest everybody do this exercise at least when you get up in the morning. If you could do it, if you need a break during the day, that's a good excuse to take a break. And basically it's doing a squat. So it's going to be 15 squats, and I'll demonstrate to you, but hold on, bear with me as I try to show you a little, and then I'll show you from another angle so you can see the bottom part. But first thing, you take your left hand, you bring it to your right here, right hand to your left here. This is the acupuncture points, so that's why you want to hold that. You put your tongue to the roof of your mouth, and you go down in a squat position, and you come back up. So let me put it down so you can see a bit better. I'm doing the same thing. Basically, you inhale going down, exhale going up. Inhale going down, exhale going up. And you do that 15 times. This is just an amazing exercise you must do. Okay? Then, so we said super brain yoga 15 times a day. You start your day. I've had lots of clients that have started using that. They're just absolutely amazed at the effect it has for them. They do it with their kids. The kids are just calmer during the day. They're more focused. They've seen huge results. So I encourage you, try it. Suggest it to people around you. Traditional Chinese medicine and all these healing modalities had so much wealth of information that we forget to use. Our body is made to heal itself. It's made to take care of itself, but we haven't been using those tools anymore. We lost the art. And I really want to bring that back into your life. So Super Brain Yoga, amazing exercise to get you, to get both sides of your brain balanced. It calms you, it gives you more energy, but more focused energy. It's a way of channeling your energy. Now let's talk stones, because obviously this is my specialty. That's what I love to talk about. But crystals. Tourmaline. This is the crystal. The grounding crystal. If you have one stone to get in your life, that is the stone I want you to get. This is the most important stone you can have in your life. Tourmaline, black tourmaline, is just amazing. You can have it in smaller parts, bigger parts. It's quite expensive, so I suggest you get the small ones. And they're doing amazing. You see this one is a tumble stone. You're going to rarely see tourmaline like this because it's so expensive and it tends to chip away. So they rarely have it polished, but you're going to see them rough, and they do the job fine rough. So you could use them. This stone is a grounding stone. What does it mean? Well, it helps you feel more. So you get back into your body and you feel what's there so you can heal it. And no, you don't really consciously know how it's going to heal or how you're going to heal, but the stone helps you and guides you through life. So that's the beauty of stones. They always know the energy that you need. You just put it there for you, and that energy attracts to you what you need. So tourmaline is the one I suggest. It grounds you, it helps you feel in your body. You can have it as you're at the computer, you can have it sit in between your feet, it could be between your legs. Because it makes you feel also, it grounds you, so that's where you should, at the feet or between your legs. But if you're in pain, it'd be nice to put it to the pain area, because then it would bring back attention to that area so it could be healed. So that would be an amazing stone for that. Often black stones are grounding, but none of them has the effect of tourmaline. Tourmaline is the best by far. But the second choice, I would go with shungite. Shungite is a good stone for grounding as well. But working with shungite, I find you need to have a deeper intention. You need to have a clear intention of what you want from the stone, because it tends to take away a lot, but sometimes we're not ready for it. So you need to be intentional, as if you want grounding, you want grounding. If you want help to remove something, you need to be precise about that something, because it could be removing all kinds of things, which might not be the right moment for. Jet. That's a stone that's grounding. Not as grounding, because if you have taken jet in your hands in the past, I'm sure you've been surprised as you picked it up and it's so light. That's how you know that it is jet. But it feels like it's different and it's not the real thing. But that's how jet is. But because it's so light, it's not as grounding as a tourmaline. A strophalite is also a really good grounding stone. You can have it be, like all the other stones I just mentioned, it could be between your hands as you're speaking. You could just, you're having a difficult conversation, hypersteam, or you have to stand up to critical people. Let's say, for example, you're at work and not the best atmosphere. People around you are just critical, and they're going to be judgmental of your ideas. Hold a hypersteam or have it in your office as you're taking your stand and you're standing up for yourself. But you're going to do it in a way that's not judging or accusing to them. You're going to do it in a healthy, beautiful, amazing way. Because hypersteam will help you do that. A few jasps are very, very grounding. I have these jasps that are very grounding. If you have a red jasper, very, very grounding. A brachiated jasper, amazingly grounding. So these can always be put at your feet, between your legs, so you can hold them. Amazingly grounding. Agate, black agate, very, very grounding. Good stone for you if you want to be grounded. And I invite you to test with all of them if you have them. Just feel the energy. You're going to see it's different from one to the other. Red stones are very grounding as well, but you have to be careful. Red stones don't really suit people that have high blood pressure, because red stones tend to activate circulation. You don't want to do that with high blood pressure. So we talked about the jasp and the brachiated jasper and this one, so that's not for someone that has a high blood pressure, but they could be used for anyone else. Garnet and melanite, two types of garnet, basically. Both are also grounding. Melanite is also is good because it's a stone energy that's very dense and slow moving, but very steady. So you can keep it on you for like you like this is my birth stone, garnet, and that's something I could be wearing, not just because it's my birthstone, but I could be wearing it over a long period of time, and it would keep on grounding you, helping you find your passion, become the best version of you. That's what it does. Ruby, extremely grounding as well. Hematite doesn't look like it's a red stone, but it is. If you scratched it on paper, you would see the mark that it does is red. So it's very grounding. It's activating circulation. Like if you're someone that has cold extremities, you're going to find it will warm you up. And it will ground you as well. So that's a really good stone for that. Rarely when we talk about grounding do we see white stones, but selenite is grounding. It would never be my number one choice. It would be really, after I've used the darker stones, I would use maybe the selenite, but I would start with the dark stone to get really a deeper grounding. And my last, not my last, but favorite stones, fairy stones. Look at this one. This one just looks like, it looks like a little turtle. And it's found like that from the bottom of the lakes. Fairy stones, very, 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 very grounding. So I encourage you, put them at your feet, put them, sit on them. They're just amazing stones made for that. You're going to feel the difference. You're going to feel in your body, and they're going to help you if you're in pain. So I recommend for sure having fairy stones. And last but not least, I want to talk about yellow stones. We have pyrite, which has been called gold, fool's gold for so long because it looks like gold a little. Pyrite is very grounding. Why is pyrite grounding? Well, its structure at base is what we call cubic structure. So because of a cubic structure, it has a deep foundation, a large foundation, so it's as grounded as it is high, so it's really fairly grounded. So that's why we call it a really grounding stone. And we have landscape jasper. Yeah, I was looking for the word in English. That's a very grounding stone as well. You could look at the landscape. You could just hold it. You could put it on the solar plexus, just right under the breast. You can have it there. Let me just stand up a little. You can have it here and just hold it here. You could put it in the other place that we spoke about, under your legs or at your feet. Very, very, very grounding. So we talked about all kinds of stones that can help you ground yourself You need to have the intention, be present in the moment, and want to ground. Having tourmaline on you, I'm telling you, it's always the best to have with you. Everyone should have a tourmaline, should work with tourmaline. Here, I have smoky quartz. Smoky quartz is also grounding. Not the first choice, but very grounding. So you could use it as well. If you don't have the first choice, it doesn't matter. Use what you have. Make the most of what you have. That's what's most important. And I want to finish with one other grounding technique, because we talked about groundings. Basically, grounding means you're growing kind of roots that are going to the earth. So don't underestimate the power of imagination. In your mind's eye, just imagine that you have roots that are growing from under the sole of your feet. And imagine those roots that are going down in the earth. And they're going through all the layers in the earth, all the kinds of rocks, and meeting different feelings, because there's some place where it's soft, some other place may be harder, and there might be some water you go around. And imagine your roots are going down, 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 till they get to the root or the center of the earth. And imagine you're going in that center. So that root is going through the center of the earth and even going into the center itself. So it's getting energy from the middle of the earth, and it's coming back to you. Imagining that's the power of the imagination. That grounds you. If you have a grandma, suggesting an exercise like just imagining roots in her feet, it's a powerful exercise, and she's going to be more stable. And that's absolutely amazing, because we need to find ways to take care of our elderlies. They need to find ways to reconnect to their body and to be in less pain, to be more functional, so that they can live their life as much as possible, because they need that feeling that they can still do it on their own. And so often doing exercises like the squats that we did, to the extent that they can, like using tourmaline, like imagining roots from your feet. These are all exercises that are going to help the elderly. So if you have elders in your family, recommend them. Recommend that they come to a workshop, that they discover something new they haven't seen in their life that works, so they can recommend that they experiment it for themselves. And you're going to see amazing results in their life. That's absolutely essential. People need, and if you haven't gone to a crystal healing workshop, find one in your area. Write to me, for sure go see if it's possible to give one in your area. People need to know about these tips and tricks that we have. People need to know how to use better their bodies so they can heal themselves. That's my mission in life. I want to help bodies be a joy to live in. And I want to help us heal ourselves and just enjoy the most amazing life. So if you liked this episode, please, please, please share it. That's how I know that you liked it. That's how I know that people want to know about crystals and want to know about energy. If there's a specific topic you want to know about, please write to me. Let me know. And one last thing. Life is your playing field. Your vehicle is your body. That's your tool as you go in the world. You only have one, and no replacement parts exist. So I guess what I want to say is take care of it. Take the time for yourself. Treat your body to the best that you can do, because it deserves it. And if I want to say this, then it means drink a lot of water. Why? Because everything is energy. Our body is made of water mostly. So you want to use more water so that you can have better energy flow in your life. That's also part of it. Use nature, use crystals, use energy, use your body. Find ways that works for you so that you can become a better version, a healthier version, because when you're healthier, you can have more fun in life. You can enjoy life better, and then you can have better results, and you can have better impact on people around you.